A new update for Counter-Strike Global Offensive is on its way, and this is commonly known as CSGO 2 or CSGO Source 2. So, in this video, we'll be going over how CSGO Source 2, which is what we'll be referring to it as, will work when it does arrive, and also everything that we know so far about CSGO Source 2. We'll be going over absolutely everything you need to know, along with absolutely everything about how this is going to work. Of course, none of this information is 100% definitely confirmed, but most of it is some pretty reliable information that we can definitely go off. So let's waste no more time and let's get into how CSGO Source 2 is going to work and everything we know so far. And we're going to start with everything that we know so far. So CSGO has had a handful of major updates over its decade-long history, but nothing quite like what could be a true sequel to the game. Now, over this time of updates for the current game, the player count has grown year after year, thanks to the strong core mechanics and the very popular esports scene and a thriving digital economy of in-game items. The game continues to grow, with it recently reaching an all-time high player count of 1.4 million players at one time, which is an absolutely ridiculous number and the highest there is on Steam. Of course, you would think with it being such a successful game, well, there's really no reason for Valve to release a sequel to the game, but nonetheless, it looks like it might be the case, with the recent CSGO 2 executable files were found in a recent Nvidia driver update, and the rumours went everywhere. They were all over Twitter and every social media platform about a CSGO 2, which is of course a massive deal with the player count being so high and the esports scene being absolutely massive. Something like a CSGO 2 could really change things up. For example, professional players may really struggle to adapt to a new CSGO 2, or it could mean that it just generally improves the esports scene with improved mechanics and generally improved gameplay, making it a more popular scene within esports. Of course, it's already very popular, but this could even get better with a CSGO 2. So, you might be thinking, well, why are people referring to it as CSGO Source 2, since you may as well just call it CSGO 2? And well, one of the most obvious changes for any new version of a Counter-Strike game would be the upgrade to the Source 2 engine. CSGO does currently run on the original Source engine, which, although it has been updated over time, does date back as far as 2004, which really doesn't hold up with the modern gaming standards. Of course, there's nothing really that bad about it, but it just really doesn't hold up with the current standards of today's gaming industry, so obviously an upgrade to this engine would definitely be something that is going to happen, and that is why, of course, people are referring to it as CSGO Source 2, since Source 2 was also found within the executable files of the recent Nvidia driver updates for, of course, GeForce graphics cards. So, after all of that, it is actually worth noting that this is very unlikely to be a new game, or well, it definitely won't be a new game. Rather, it will actually simply be CSGO as we already know it, but using the new Source 2, well, not new, but the new Source 2 engine. So, really, you can think of it as a major update to the existing game. Source 2 is Valve's newest iteration of the engine, and this did release in 2014, so it's not new, but it is their newest, and it is already in use for Dota 2, Artifacts, and Dota Underlords. Some pretty popular games there, especially Dota 2, and it works very well for those games, so to see this in arguably a more popular game, being Counter-Strike Global Offensive, isn't a bad idea. So with that, you're probably wondering, well, what will this new Source 2 engine actually improve within Counter-Strike Global Offensive? Well, there's a few significant things. First of all, it will improve the overall graphical fidelity and optimization of the game. Of course, the optimization already isn't too bad. It can run on pretty much every single system out there, but it will improve that even further, allowing for higher frame rates. So for example, you may have quite a good system, but you're not able to reach the refresh rate of your monitor, so being able to have better optimization could allow for this to happen. And of course, there is going to be improved graphics, which is always nice. The graphics of the game aren't terrible, but they're not good by today's standards, so to see a bit of an improvement there would definitely be a good thing. But that isn't the only features that will be arriving. Of course, they're the most significant, those being obviously the improved optimization, the better graphics, but there's also, of course, going to be improved mechanics. The mechanics will probably stay very similar, but it really is highly likely these will be just slightly improved. They won't change them too much, since that will just change far too much within the esports scene and could really mess things up if it goes wrong. But just a bit of tweaking certainly won't hurt, and it's something I could definitely see happening. And it doesn't end there. There's also going to be a 128-tick server feature for an improved matchmaking system. Now, there are already third-party softwares that players are having to use for an improved matchmaking system, since right now in CSGO it really isn't great. Modern games such as Valorant are already using a 128-tick system, so to see this with CSGO with the Source 2 engine is definitely something that might happen. But there have actually been some rumours that this won't be the case, but hopefully it will be, and we'll be seeing an improved matchmaking system when CSGO Source 2 does release. And thanks to some credible leakers such as U-Phoria, we already have a list of maps that have been optimized optimized for a Source 2 version, those being Shoot, Inferno, Lake, Overpass, Short Dust, and Italy. With that information, we really do know this is in the works, and some of you might be a little bit worried about one big thing about CSGO. Everyone loves CSGO skins, whether it's for a knife or it's just a general sticker in the game. CSGO skins are massive within the community, and the CSGO economy is an incredibly important aspect of Valve's business model, and removing these items or not porting them over to a new version of the game would of course destroy millions of dollars of value, as well as the trust of many players, if not millions of players. And credible leakers have confirmed that there will not be a removal of skins. All your skins will carry over with the new update. It won't really be a new version, this will just be an update, so all of your skins and progress will all carry over. You won't be losing anything at all, and the economy can exist just as well as it is now, if not improving slightly. So, of course, with all that information, you're probably wondering when this is actually going to release. And well, thanks to SteamDB, which we'll be getting onto soon, this could be releasing any day now. Of course, it could release at the end of the year or maybe halfway through the year, but it could also release anytime soon. We really don't know. It could literally be any day now. And I'm going to show you why this is. And to do that, we're going to head over to the SteamDB website. So here we are on SteamDB, and as you can see right now, most played game on Steam is CSGO. Now obviously you can see here the peak today was 1,255,000, and like I did mention, the all-time peak was just 2 days ago, which is absolutely mental in my opinion, to be honest. And I do think that this is just going to continue to get higher and higher, and especially when we do get CSGO Source 2, I think that could increase even more. But either way, what I want to talk about is actually some recent activity that we have had when it comes to CSGO on SteamDB. Now, as you can see here, 6 days ago, we got an unknown app. And what happens here is when there is an app, this is basically before an update goes live. Now, I've actually published a few games on Steam myself, so you actually have to do this. No matter how you update a game, it always has to go through this. And you can see here that the last update we got was 3 months ago, Operation Riptide, and since then we haven't had an update, but this is actually looks like it's going to be the CSGO Source 2, and we can see it there when we are on CSGO and through the DLCs, the downloadable content. This is currently unknown since it's not been released yet. As you can see, there's no 24-hour player peak or anything like that. This isn't out yet, but obviously stuff like this is already live, and that's why we have the names for them there. But when it comes to this new CSGO Source 2 update, we can't get it yet because it's not been labeled and it's not been fully published. But either way, we can see it there. It is there and it is in the works. This could mean that they're testing it, and it could also mean that they're just about to release it. At the moment, we don't know, so we're just going to have to wait and see how that all pans out. But I just think it's pretty cool that obviously we are getting something there, and you can also see it here. The last recorded update was at this time 7 days ago. I said 6 days ago here, bit of a mess up there, but either way, it's the same thing. Basically, we are going to be getting this at some point. It has been confirmed. We can see it on SteamDB. This is obviously SteamDB. This is the massive Steam database. This is all accurate information. As you can see, we are going to be getting this very soon. I just wanted to show you that this is proof that we will be getting this, and it will just be an update for the current game, not a new game or if anything like that. It's going to be an update for the current Counter-Strike Global Offensive. But there we go, that is us seeing the update on Steam database. So there you go, that is the update itself on the SteamDB website, and that does just about wrap up things here actually. We've gone over everything we know so far about CSGO Source 2, how this is all going to work, and when we can expect it to release by looking at the Steam database for proof that this is definitely on its way. So that does just about finish things up here. Now, I have done a video going over absolutely everything we know so far about CSGO Source 2 and what to expect. If you're interested in watching that, then a link to that video is on the screen now, and you can go ahead and join me over there.